All right, everyone, buckle up because the news cycle is moving at lightning speed, and Sheeran's Scoop is here to break it all down for you. We've got a packed show today with updates that are going to shake things up. Get ready for some major shifts in the superhero universe that might just rewrite everything you thought you knew. We're diving deep into the world of timeless elegance and high-stakes endorsements, where a familiar face is making waves. Then, we're heading back to the cinematic realm to discuss a remake that's got fans buzzing, but also facing some serious questions about its place in history. And finally, we'll get to the bottom of who's tipped to take on one of the most iconic roles in film history. You absolutely do not want to miss a second of this. Stick around, because the story you need to hear starts right now. The DCU's new era, a bold retcon. Prepare yourselves, because the landscape of the DC Extended Universe, and by extension the very foundations of its iconic Justice League, may have just been fundamentally altered. The highly anticipated second season of Peacemaker has kicked off with an opening episode that has sent shockwaves through the fandom, particularly for those who have meticulously followed the continuity of the previous DC movies. James Gunn, now a central figure in shaping the new DCU, has apparently decided to make a definitive statement about what is canon going forward. And for fans invested in the tenure of actors like Henry Cavill as Superman, this might be a difficult pill to swallow. The premiere episode featured a recap of past events, and within this segment, the Justice League as we knew it was conspicuously absent. Instead, viewers were introduced to a new iteration of Earth's premier superhero team, dubbed the Justice Gang. This new lineup notably features figures from the burgeoning DCU, including Isabella Merced's Hawkgirl and Nathan Fillion's Guy Gardner, who seemingly step into roles previously occupied by actors from the DCEU era. The visual representation of this shift was stark, with the new Justice Gang appearing in silhouette for the most part, save for Hawkgirl and Guy Gardner, signaling a clear departure from the previous continuity. This move effectively retcons the entire DCEU, including the Justice League's previous appearances, suggesting that the universe built over the last decade may no longer be considered the primary timeline. The implications are significant, as it redraws the established history and potentially closes the door on any lingering hopes for the return of previous iterations of beloved characters. The episode also provided a narrative justification for the changes, with a scene featuring Peacemaker and Harcourt discussing his contentious relationship with Green Lantern Guy Gardner, further cementing Gardner's place in this new iteration of the team. The inclusion of Supergirl in this new lineup, despite her more subdued role in the Superman movie, adds another layer to the evolving dynamics of this universe. While this definitive break from the past might be jarring for some, it offers a clear path forward for Guns, Gods, and Monsters, Slate, ensuring a unified and consistent vision for the future of the DC cinematic and television properties. The multiverse concept, previously explored in Peacemaker, leaves the door open for endless creative possibilities, but this initial retcon sets a bold tone for what's to come. The question remains how this foundational shift will impact future storytelling and character introductions within the new DCU. But what does this seismic shift in the DC universe mean for the actors and stories we've followed? Stay tuned as we explore another exciting development involving a global superstar making a significant statement in the world of luxury timepieces. Henry Cavill and Longines, a partnership in time. In the realm of luxury watchmaking, where heritage meets innovation, the esteemed brand Longines has once again captured attention with the launch of its Spirit Zulu Time 1925 collection. This centennial tribute to their pioneering spirit in dual-time zone wristwatches is amplified by the compelling presence of global ambassador Henry Cavill. The campaign effectively weaves together the brand's legacy of precision and elegance with Cavill's persona as a seasoned actor, producer, and global traveler, creating a narrative that resonates deeply with modern audiences. Cavill, previously featured in the brand's announcement earlier this year, returns to embody the core values of Longines: discipline, steadfastness, and understated quality. The campaign visuals follow Cavill across diverse settings, from bustling cities to transit terminals, positioning the Spirit Zulu Time 1925 not merely as a timepiece, but as an essential companion for navigating the complexities of global connectivity. The central theme, "What time is it over there?" speaks to the universal experience of maintaining connections across distances, making the watch a symbol of presence and continuity. The Spirit Zulu Time 1925 collection itself is a testament to horological excellence. Available in 39 and 42 stainless steel cases, these models feature distinctive ceramic bezels designed to differentiate day and night, enhancing their practical functionality. The classic black dials, complemented by refined rose gold accents and Superlumi Nova registered treated hands and indexes, ensure exceptional readability in all lighting conditions. Subtle engraving, 1925, 2025, marks the watch's 100-year legacy, while its capability to track 3 time zones offers unparalleled utility for the international traveler. Powering these timepieces is the L8444 caliber, a self-winding mechanical movement incorporating a silicon balance spring and enhanced magnetic resistance, exceeding ISO 764 standards and COSC certification for chronometric precision. The design elements, such as the rose gold detailing, subtly reference the meridian strip at the Royal Observatory in Greenwich, underscoring the watch's connection to global timekeeping standards. Longines' history with dual time zone watches dates back to early 20th century pieces for the Ottoman Empire, and the original 1925 Zulu time, utilizing the maritime signal flag, Z, for UTC+0, laid groundwork for modern aviation and travel timekeeping. Cavill's personal alignment with the brand's philosophy, his belief that true quality doesn't need to announce itself, makes him an authentic brand ambassador. His global appeal and established career, marked by roles requiring discipline and resilience, mirror Longines' own enduring values. This partnership transcends a typical celebrity endorsement, representing a confluence of shared principles that appeal to both new enthusiasts and seasoned collectors. The campaign's success is evident in the significant media buzz and digital engagement it has generated, firmly establishing the Spirit Zulu Time 1925 as a coveted item for those who appreciate both tradition and cutting-edge horological engineering. Longines' centennial celebration, embodied by Cavill's journey, effectively positions the brand at the nexus of heritage and contemporary luxury, celebrating time as a shared, dynamic experience. This blend of history and modern appeal is truly captivating, but speaking of history, we're turning our attention to a beloved franchise facing a remake. Get ready as we dive into the challenges and expectations surrounding the new Highlander film. Highlander Remake, the unbeatable challenge of originality. As the gears of Hollywood continue to turn, the highly anticipated remake of the cult classic Highlander is gathering significant momentum, boasting an impressive cast and crew. With Henry Cavill stepping into the iconic role of Connor MacLeod, Dave Bautista set to embody the formidable Kurgan, Russell Crowe taking on the mentor figure of Ramirez, and Karen Gillan joining as Heather, the ensemble alone promises a compelling cinematic experience. Adding to the anticipation is the involvement of Chad Stahelski, the acclaimed director behind the John Wick franchise, whose expertise in crafting visceral and stylish action sequences suggests that the remake will be visually spectacular and thrilling. However, despite this powerhouse lineup and directorial vision, the Highlander remake faces an almost insurmountable challenge. It cannot, by its very nature, recapture the unique magic and groundbreaking originality of the 1986 original. The original Highlander, directed by Russell Mulcahy, was a revelation upon its release. It introduced a fantastical concept, immortal warriors battling across centuries until only one remains, that felt entirely novel within the cinematic landscape of the time. The film masterfully blended historical periods, swordplay, and a distinctive rock and roll sensibility, largely thanks to Queen's iconic soundtrack. Mulcahy's background in music videos infused the film with a kinetic visual style, characterized by innovative transitions and sweeping camera movements that elevated the storytelling and action to an art form. This visual language, coupled with the film's ambitious narrative, created an experience that was unlike anything audiences had seen before. Furthermore, the performances delivered by the original cast have become legendary. Christopher Lambert's ethereal portrayal of MacLeod, Sean Connery's charismatic turn as Ramirez, and Clancy Brown's chilling depiction of the Kurgan are etched into cinematic history, forming an unforgettable ensemble that has endured for decades. The film's unique blend of genre elements, its distinctive aesthetic, and the sheer audacity of its concept are elements that are incredibly difficult, if not impossible, to replicate authentically. While the remake will undoubtedly benefit from modern filmmaking techniques and a fresh interpretation of the source material, it is burdened by the albatross of unoriginality. Director Chad Stahelski and his team can strive for excellence, and it's highly probable they will deliver a technically proficient and action-packed film. However, they cannot recreate the element of surprise or the cultural impact that the original Highlander achieved in its time. The remake is effectively capped by the legacy of its predecessor. It can be excellent, even great, but it will always be viewed through the lens of the original's groundbreaking achievements. This inherent limitation means that, no matter how well executed, the remake will struggle to achieve the same level of iconic status or be perceived as the definitive Highlander experience. It's a testament to the enduring power and originality of the 1986 film that its spirit remains so potent, setting an incredibly high bar for any subsequent interpretations. It's a fascinating predicament for the Highlander remake, highlighting the enduring power of original cinematic visions. Now, let's shift gears from epic fantasy remakes to the ever-evolving world of espionage and the race to fill a legendary role. James Bond casting buzz, Cavill surges in betting odds. The search for the next James Bond continues to be a hot topic in Hollywood, and the latest betting odds reveal a significant shift, placing Henry Cavill firmly back in contention as a top favorite. While Aaron Taylor-Johnson remains the current frontrunner with odds of 8-11, Cavill has seen his odds dramatically improve from 10-1 to 3-1, positioning him as the second favorite according to bookmakers like Ladbrokes. Notably, Cavill is also identified as the punter's clear favorite in terms of the sheer volume of bets placed on him, indicating strong public support and belief in his suitability for the iconic Seven role. Cavill's connection to the Bond franchise is well documented. He famously vied for the role against Daniel Craig in the early 2000s, narrowly missing out due to his age at the time. Director Martin Campbell, who oversaw Cavill's audition for Casino Royale, recalled the actor looking terrific and delivering a tremendous performance, but ultimately deeming him slightly too young for the part. Footage of Cavill's audition, where he delivered classic Bond lines with a style reminiscent of Pierce Brosnan, resurfaced recently, reigniting discussions about his potential. His career since then, marked by acclaimed roles in The Man from UNCLE, Mission Impossible, Fallout, and of course, The Witcher and as Superman, has only solidified his status as a global action star capable of embodying the suave, sophisticated, and physically imposing nature required of James Bond. The recent update on betting odds also highlights other potential candidates, with Theo James at 7-1, Callum Turner at 5-1, and Harris Dickinson at 8-1, among others like Tom Holland and Jack Lowden at 10-1. However, the sustained interest and betting activity surrounding Cavill suggest a persistent fan desire to see him don the tuxedo. Meanwhile, Aaron Taylor-Johnson has been fueling speculation with cryptic responses to questions about his future projects, most notably a brief, "I can't talk about it," when asked about his next role, which some interpret as a hint towards the Bond franchise. His recent partnership with Omega, the official watchmaker of James Bond since GoldenEye, further adds to the narrative, as Omega's CEO described him as a versatile actor. Despite these developments, the public's strong endorsement of Cavill, reflected in the betting markets, indicates that he remains a formidable contender, embodying the classic Bond qualities that fans have come to expect. The decision ultimately rests with the new rights holders, Amazon, and producers Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson, but the ongoing debate and fluctuating odds ensure that the identity of the next James Bond remains one of the most captivating stories in entertainment. So, while the debate for the next 7 continues to heat up, we've covered a lot of ground today. We've got a rapid-fire recap coming up next, so don't go anywhere. That's a wrap on another electrifying episode of Sheeran Scoop. We saw the DCU get a major retcon in Peacemaker Season 2. Henry Cavill is making timeless statements with Longines. The Highlander remake faces the challenge of originality. And the James Bond casting race is hotter than ever with Cavill surging in the odds. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for all your essential updates, ring that notification bell so you never miss a scoop, drop a comment below telling us your thoughts on today's news, and follow us on all our social channels for even more behind-the-scenes action. We'll see you next time.